Today's just going to be a very quick and fun little tag that I found, so sit back and enjoy. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. My name is Silke and today I'm going to be doing the last 10 books tag. I think we all know what a tag is, and I'm going to leave the creator of this tag down below, and also the people that I'm going to tag, I'm just going to leave them down below. I'm not going to mention them because as of right now, I don't know who I want to tag, if I even want to tag somebody. So I'm just going to say it right now. If you want to do this, consider yourself tagged, but I am probably going to tag some people that will be down in the description. Also, I have no idea who has already done this tag, so I'm also just going to research that before tagging anybody. But just a quick mention, I guess. There will be another haul this month. Sorry, not sorry. Because I have gotten to the 10 books limit again since the last haul, because the last haul that I filmed was supposed to go up at the end of July, but I didn't have the time to edit it. From the point where I filmed it, I have already acquired 8 new books, and today I went and picked up some more from my recent book spree that I won in my game. I am now past the 10 books, so another haul will be coming this month. And also, there will not be a Bacon Books this month. I have been very busy and I also haven't been feeling all that well, so I simply haven't had the time to film a Bacon Books. It does take a while to film and I just haven't had the time to do it, but it will be back next month. I think we're ready to do the tag. The first question is the last book I gave up on. I think that must have been Trigger Warning by Neil Gaiman. I think that is the last book I DNF'd. I do have some books that I have started since then, but then put down, but I haven't given up on them. But Trigger Warning I have definitely given up on, so I'm gonna choose that one. The last book I reread, was that Bone Cry? No. I'm gonna check Goodreads. I have to. I know I buddy read Bone Criers with Jem, but I don't remember when. I have a feeling that it was this year, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay, so the last book that I reread, I'm gonna say that was Electric Heidi. Danish title would be Elektriske Heidi, because my mom read it to me when I was a kid and people kept saying that is a reread. So I'm counting that as a reread. If not, then it is probably Bone Criers. The last book I bought, that was 11 books in total. But I have one of them here, so I can show you. So even though I made a full order, together of 11 books, they tend to split them up. If they can see that, oh, this book won't be able to arrive until the 9th of October, then they're gonna split it up and send all of the books that are available right away and then ship the other one out when it gets here, and that is of no extra cost to me. That is just something that they do, and I think that's phenomenal. So the books that I've most recently gotten from my big order was Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe. Is that how you pronounce her name? I've already read this and I loved it, so yay me. I read it the day I got it, and it was worth it. And I also got The Forgotten Five, Map of Flames by Lisa McCann, but I'm going to talk more about it in my haul. Both of them are going to be in my haul, obviously. The next one is the last book I said I read, but I never actually did. I don't really do that all that much, to be honest, because I don't see a point in saying that I've read something if I haven't. I did it when I was in school, so I don't remember what the last one I said I read but I didn't read was, but I know I said I had read The Great Gatsby, and I have never read it, and I'm not gonna. So that, because I know that I never even started it, but all of the other books that I said I read, I started all of them, but The Great Gatsby I didn't. I just skipped it. We knew at that point that we had, 5 books, and we were only going to do a project on one of them, and we could choose ourselves. And at that point, I had already found the book. We had already read the book that I thought was really, really interesting, and I was like, I can do a great assignment on that. So I was like, what's the point in reading the other ones when I could just focus on rereading that? So that was what I did instead. Which might have been stupid, I don't know, but I just didn't feel like reading The Great Gatsby, so. The next one is the last book I wrote in the margins of. I don't think I've ever done that, to be honest. I don't know if I did it to school books. I probably didn't because we weren't allowed to. But maybe I did it with the books that I gotten myself, like when I studied graphic design, because we had to buy the books ourselves, and I still have them, so I might have done it to some of them. But aside from that, I haven't written in any margins. Ever. The next one is the last book I had signed. I haven't been to like a signing because, well, one, I don't read many Danish authors, and two, I haven't been to any signings like, well, ever, but the books that I have, I would have to travel quite far to get it signed. I do have all of my fairy loots, and they're obviously signed, but I don't think that it counts because I haven't gotten them signed, if you know what I mean. So, I don't have any. The next one is the last book I lost. I'm very good at keeping track of my books because I have a spreadsheet where if somebody borrows it, I'm gonna write down who borrows it, and then I always know where they are. But before I did that, I know I had the Pretty Little Liars series, and I know one of my friends, and that was back like when I was, 8? I wasn't 8. I was maybe 11, maybe 12, and I had that series, and one of my friends borrowed it, and then I got the first ones back, I think. No, she borrowed the first two, and I never got them back, so I never actually got to read the series, so I guess those were the last books that I lost, because I haven't really lost any books. The last book I had to replace. I replaced my entire Land of Stories series because they weren't the same height. Like the ones that I had weren't the same height, and the first book was falling apart because it's loved. Both me and my mom have read it, and it was falling apart. I replaced it with like a box set. I think that the ones that I had before then were prettier because I don't know, these feel more like mass market paperbacks than they probably are. The other ones had like a little bit of embossing and a little bit of foiling here and there, and this one doesn't, but to be honest, I don't mind it all that much. The last book I argued over. I don't argue over books. I don't see the point. Everyone is different, so why argue? I want to say the last book I had a disagreement with somebody was Furyborn. That I already read with Gemma. We didn't have an argument, even like we just didn't like the same things about the books or about the book. I gave it 3 stars. She gave it 4 stars, and the stuff that she liked was the stuff that I didn't, and the other way around. We just didn't agree on the book, and it actually led to a great discussion about the book. So I mean, we didn't argue, but that's the closest thing to it that I can think of. So the last book I couldn't find. I'm guessing that would be like I couldn't find it online, like to buy it. Oh, there have been some. Oh, I know exactly what I'm having a really hard time finding the entirety of the Graceling series in paperback in the new US covers. It's always Fire and Bitter Blue that I can't find. I have found Graceling, and I have found Winterkeep, obviously, and Spear Sparrow that comes out soon. I've also found that, but Fire and Bitter Blue, I mean, they're practically impossible for me to find. But I will find them eventually, and I will get them. And that was actually it for this tag. As I said, very short, very sweet. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment telling me what your most recent purchase is, like book purchase. I would love to know. If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!